Standout tie of the FA Cup fourth round. The splendour of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, a fitting backdrop. Goes up against Pep Guardiola. Postecoglou, who was formerly employed by the City Football Group and is still much admired within their senior management.
Get 1v1.
A couple of changes to the City side that won at Newcastle. One change to the lineup that drew that game at Manchester United. Kulusevski returns inside. When you look at their history, 2 league titles, 15 cup. And much mutual admiration in the dugouts, stemming pretty in part. Yes, there is VAR this evening. And Walker, and the opening goal is Manchester City's. Oscar Bob was there on the line, but now he looks across and sees that a flag is raised as such as this. But the offside flag was correct, and Oscar Bob's Bentancur. It's a foul. Floated by Kovacic and Kyle Walker. Bernardo Silva checking back. Bernardo Silva once more. Bob. Alvarez couldn't get there. Rodri, and then Kovacic, and the deflection takes it behind for a corner. It was an in-swinger which Vicario. Kovacic to Rodri.
Postecoglou, the way that the two fullbacks look to go into central midfield.
Porro with it. Foden. Gvardiol. Foden interested in getting it back. Bob. Made a world of difference when he was finally unwrapped, which effectively won the game for Manchester City. And Johnson won't reach Richarlison. It is a corner.
And that's a
Porro. Romero. Fouled by Rodri. And Foden seen off by the Walker. Alvarez. Johnson and Richarlison. Lovely, pretty patterns. There's Gvardiol. Went wrong at the tail end.
Good play once again, though, from Manchester City.
Looking for Foden on the return. A doggy came across. And a tangle of legs between a doggy and Foden, and Spurs get the free kick. Kovacic.
But for the offside, Vicario's not really had to do too much.
Forest 0. Liverpool very much in the news today with Jurgen Klopp's announcement. Walker protecting the ball, and then Richarlison came in and
with Maddison, because it's probably a game that is crying out for him at number 10 position
to do so. Here's Werner and Richarlison unable, and Rodri, and then Kovacic, and now Oscar Bob.
Brilliant from
Højbjerg behind. Now to the near post. Romero back to confront him. It was a good pick out, finding Foden, but he couldn't do a great deal with it.
Great play once again.
Spurs Stadium is Spurs 0, Manchester City 0. Absence through injury at the moment, as Pep Guardiola tries to...
Their true characteristics.
Well, here comes the Tottenham team.
Of playing is not allowing Tottenham to get into their rhythm, because if Tottenham could get into their rhythm, we...
piece of silverware with Manchester City. Back under... Guardiola finds Bernardo Silva. Kevin De Bruyne's introduction made a world of difference. Audible groans as the ball is surrendered. And they could get worse, because really Alvarez could well have scored for Manchester City.
Yeah, it's a really big opportunity.
Alvarez and Gvardiol was in an offside position and couldn't challenge for it. Alvarez. Werner. It's a useful ball for Johnson. It's the first serious thing that Ortega's had to do all evening. Here's Werner. They're asking for handball. Porro. Udogie. Going to see the first yellow card of the night. Mateo Kovacic.
It's a painful one for Silva there.
Werner. Has to scramble to get it. Johnson.
Forward all the time. Now he's not, and what's happening is Porro is dragging.
Ooh, nasty one for Romero. Rodri was the... Alvarez is making his way towards the bench. And De Bruyne. It is Phil Foden, and De Bruyne is arriving. And the deflection took it right... Bernardo Silva. Will go Tottenham's way. That's Porro. Year's coverage begins 11:15 AM Eastern. Sunday, ESPN Plus. Put an extra stand-in at Rodney Parade to increase the capacity. De Bruyne. De Bruyne in keen pursuit, but always second favourite. De Bruyne. Awkward, very awkward. And Nathan Ake may have nicked it for Manchester City. They score for the first time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on their 6th visit. Tottenham protest. Postecoglou off the bench. There are several Tottenham players in the faces of the referee.